Hey there, Trailblazers. I hope you guys are all doing well. So you probably clicked on this video because you're interested in knowing about all of the upcoming character banners, so you can plan your Stellar Jade savings accordingly in order to pull for your favorite character, right? Well, you have clicked on the perfect video, because today we're going to talk about all of the future upcoming characters as well as rerun banners coming to Honkai Star Rail from version 3.0 till at least version 3.4. But before we begin, let me just give a usual disclaimer that everything mentioned in this video is info taken from various different sources, and it's possible that it may be subject to change in the future. So with that out of the way, let's begin without wasting any more of your time. First, let's briefly go over the lineups and reruns for version 3.0 for those that haven't watched my previous banner videos or today's live stream before moving on to the main version lineups for this video. So, as some of you may already be aware through watching the official special program hosted today for version 3.0. The first phase of the update will feature the highly anticipated banner for Madame Herta, a 5-star ice element character that follows the path of erudition specializing in AoE damage. Along with this, we'll also get a selectable triple rerun banner, which will include reruns for the characters Jade, Fei Xiao, and Ling Xia. As for the second phase of the update, we'll get the banner for our very first character from the newly introduced Remembrance Path, Glia, who is a lightning element character that follows the path of remembrance and specializes in dealing a large amount of damage through her Memo Sprite, which is a new type of on-field summon with its own independent action values and stats. Along with Glia, we'll also get another selectable triple rerun banner just like Phase 1, which will feature the reruns for the characters Robin, Boothill, and Silverwolf. So yeah, considering we are getting 2 triple rerun banners this update, there will be a total of 6 rerun characters to pull for this single patch instead of the usual 2, which is pretty insane, and it's very obvious that Hoyo wants to drain all of our wallets this patch, so we have no choice but to spend our money for the heavy hitters in the next couple of updates. So that's pretty much the rundown for the banner lineup for patch 3.0. Next up, let's now go over the banner lineup for version 3.1 and onwards, as that's likely what most of you guys clicked on this video for. Let's first start with version 3.1. So, judging by the official drip marketing order that was posted on the 30th and 31st of December, in the first phase of version 3.1, we'll get the banner for our very first limited child-sized character Tribi, a quantum element unit that follows the path of harmony. And according to some very recent information, Tribi is said to be a premium harmony support with the ability to boost the damage of teammates as well as reduce the defense and resistance of enemy units. And along with this, she is also stated to contribute some damage as well through her unique follow-up attacks, which are triggered after an ally uses their respective ultimate and deals AoE follow-up damage. As for Phase 2 of the patch, we'll get the banner for Mighty Eye, an imaginary male damage dealer that follows the path of destruction, and according to some recent info, Mighty Eye will have the ability to drain and manipulate his own HP. And his skill is also said to have an effect similar to one of the 1-star curios found in the Simulated and Divergent Universe game modes. Moving on to the upcoming characters for version 3.2. According to a very reliable source, the first phase of the update will feature the limited banner for Castorice, a quantum element unit that follows the Remembrance Path. And as for the limited information we have on her in Game Kit, Castorice is stated to summon the giant undead dragon that we saw in the Amphireus trailer as her Memo Sprite during battle. This dragon shares the same purple color palette as her and can shoot a giant laser beam of death. Along with this, as hinted by the new relic set being released in the next update, which will be tailor-made for her, she is likely to be played with low speed, as her signature relic set requires a character to be less than either 110 or 95 points of speed to get the set's 20 or 32% crit rate buff, respectively. As for Phase 2 of the update, we'll get the banner for the character Anaxa, an ice element unit that follows the path of nihility. According to some information that we know about him, Anaxa is rumored to strengthen some currently unpopular teams, as he is stated to be a support with the ability to do ice damage outside his own turn, which could either be in the form of a follow-up attack or additional ice damage at the start of the enemy's turn. Honestly, the lineups for both updates seem very interesting, and I am excited to see how the kits for characters like Castor Ice and Mighty Eye will turn out when we finally get the detailed kit info about them. As they both have the ability to manipulate their own HP, they will likely work pretty well together in a team. I just hope Hoyo doesn't go overboard and force players to pull for both units in order to get their maximum performing teams by making them completely dependent on each other, like what's happening with a lot of the current meta teams that we have in the game. And as for units like Tribi and Anaxa, Tribi seems like a generalist support that can provide various buffs for almost any situation, sort of similar to characters like Wanmei. But unlike the former, Tribi also has the ability to function as sort of a pseudo-sub DPS as well through her follow-up attacks. Anaxa, on the other hand, seems like to be a very good debuffing support and sub-damage dealer. Assuming he has good debuff application, he can serve as a decent debuffing support in Acheron teams by helping her in gaining stacks for her ultimate. And he may even turn out to be a good Kafka DOT support if the ice debuff in his kit is considered an actual DOT effect. So that's the upcoming units for both patch 3.1 and 3.2. Next up, let's go over the lineup for version 3.3. While we don't have as much information about this update compared to the other version 3X updates, but according to the same source that gave us the info for the lineups for the previous two patches, version 3.3 will feature the banner for the character Cypher, a Nihility Path unit with an unknown element, as well as another limited character named Hyacinth, whose element and path are unknown for now. And finally, for version 3.4, this update will feature the banner for the leader of the Chrysos heirs Phanon, who, according to recent info, is stated to be a physical element DPS that follows the path of destruction. As for the other character, while we don't have any information about them for now, I do speculate that Cyrene will probably be the second limited character for this update, as both Phanon and Cyrene are ex-piece of both Kevin and Alicia respectively. So it would not be out of character for Hoyo to run them both together in the same update with some type of in-game synergy. So that's basically all of the current information regarding the upcoming units coming to the game from version 3.1 till version 3.4. All in all, I am personally very excited for version 3. We'll finally be getting a brand new path, as well as some very exciting new characters, which includes X-Piece for some long-time fan-favorite Honkai Impact third characters, such as Kevin and Alicia. I am personally going to save my Jades for units like Castor Ice, Kevin, and Cyrene, as I personally love the character design for Castor Ice, and considering I am a long-time Honkai Impact fan, characters like Kevin and Cyrene will definitely be must-pulls for me. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep yourself up to date with all the latest HSR news and information. That's it for now, so I'll see you in the next video.